Imagine a world where you can clone anything, not just cells or organisms, but personalities, voices, and even human consciousness. What once seemed like science fiction is now closer to reality than ever. Artificial intelligence is transforming the concept of cloning, unlocking possibilities that could completely change our existence. But are we truly ready for this? Today we'll explore how AI advancements are revolutionizing cloning, the impact of this technology, and how far it could take us in the future. 1. Biological cloning and artificial intelligence. The convergence of two revolutions. Biological cloning has always been a controversial topic. Since the cloning of Dolly the sheep in 1996, scientific advancements in cloning have accelerated, from organ replication to stem cell research. But what if cloning is no longer limited to biology? Artificial intelligence has entered the scene, introducing a new kind of cloning, digital cloning. Today, advanced algorithms can replicate voices, faces, and even cognitive patterns. Companies like OpenAI, DeepMind, and other tech giants are developing models that can mimic human speech, writing styles, and even decision-making processes with astonishing accuracy. With AI-powered deep learning models, we are now capable of creating lifelike digital avatars, hyper-realistic voice clones, and AI-driven personalities that can simulate human interactions. Some researchers are even exploring the possibility of uploading human consciousness into AI systems, blurring the lines between replication and identity. So the big question remains, is this still just a simulation, or are we stepping into a reality where AI-powered clones could one day be indistinguishable from us? 2. Digital cloning, the path to virtual immortality. With the rapid evolution of neural networks and deep learning, we are moving closer to the creation of digital copies of ourselves. Imagine being able to talk to a deceased loved one through an AI-powered replica that perfectly mimics their voice, speech patterns, and even personality. This is no longer science fiction. It's happening right now. Companies like Replica and Project December have developed AI chatbots that simulate human-like conversations, and advancements in deepfake voice technology now allow for the recreation of voices with just a few minutes of recorded audio. But the implications go far beyond simple voice cloning. Some researchers in neuroscience and artificial intelligence believe that within a few decades we could reach a point where memories, thoughts, and even emotions could be digitized and stored. This would open the door to a form of digital immortality, where a virtual clone of a person could continue to interact with the world long after their physical body is gone. Would this be the next step in human evolution, or are we crossing ethical boundaries and playing the role of gods? 3. Artificial intelligence and human cloning. The next step. Now, imagine a future where biological cloning merges with digital cloning. Creating a physical clone of a human is already theoretically possible thanks to advancements in genetics and stem cell research. Dolly the sheep, the first mammal cloned in 1996, demonstrated that cloning technology could recreate organisms in a lab. But while we've come far in cloning biological forms, the real challenge lies in transferring consciousness into that clone. In the future, this might not be so far-fetched. What if AI could help bridge that gap, making it possible to upload a person's consciousness into a cloned body? Scientists are already exploring how artificial intelligence could assist in decoding and replicating human consciousness. Imagine being able to digitally map the brain from its neural patterns and memories to the intricacies of a person's emotions and decisions. Neuroimaging technologies, along with AI algorithms, are being developed to mimic how the brain functions, potentially making it possible to capture a human mind in a digital format. If a digital mind could be successfully transferred into a biological clone, the clone would not just look like the original person, it would think, remember, and behave in exactly the same way. This technology could lead to the possibility of digital immortality. A consciousness preserved digitally could continue to live within a cloned body, interacting with the world even after the original biological form has passed away. Imagine a scenario where you could see, hear, and interact with a loved one years after they have died, completely unchanged. This opens up questions about the nature of identity and existence. Would this clone with your memories and personality be considered the same person, or would it simply be an advanced copy of your mind and body, a mere simulation? The implications for society would be profound. Such a breakthrough could potentially reshape how we perceive death, life, and legacy. Would we start questioning the value of human experience? Could we recreate famous historical figures, giving them the chance to experience a world of the future? Or would the dangers of cloning be too high, especially if the line between human and machine becomes blurred? Ethical questions also abound. If a clone could carry forward human consciousness, would it have legal rights or the same moral standing as a human? Would it be be treated as a person with individuality and autonomy, or would it be regarded as an extension of the original person, unable to create its own identity or experiences? This scenario challenges our fundamental understanding of humanity, freedom, and individuality. While the science fiction world imagines immortality or mind transfers with excitement, in reality, this raises serious philosophical dilemmas. Would a clone with your memories and personality truly be you, or just an imitation of you in a biological form? Would it be possible to preserve someone's essence in a digital format, or would the new clone simply be a facsimile with no real continuity of the original self? As AI continues to evolve, so too will our understanding of what it means to be alive, conscious, and truly human. The risks and ethical dilemmas of AI cloning. As with any revolutionary technology, cloning through artificial intelligence brings with it enormous risks and ethical dilemmas. The potential to replicate humans digitally or biologically could change society in profound ways, but it also raises serious concerns. If we can create digital or biological clones, how do we ensure this technology is used ethically and not for dark purposes? Identity theft becomes a significant threat with the advent of AI-driven digital clones. If someone can create a perfect digital copy of you, what's to stop them from using it to manipulate people, commit fraud, or even cause harm under the guise of being you? AI deepfake technology has already raised alarms about the misuse of videos and audio recordings, and creating full digital replicas of individuals would only make this problem worse. A clone could easily deceive others into believing it's the real person, potentially leading to severe consequences in both personal and professional spheres. Another grave concern is the loss of control over one's own image. Currently, deepfake videos are a growing issue where people's faces and voices are manipulated without their consent to create misleading or malicious content. Now, imagine if AI could replicate not just your appearance, but your actions and speech as well, without any consent from you. This scenario would enable the unauthorized use of a person's likeness to create content that could spread lies, manipulate public opinion, or even ruin reputations. The ethical question arises, who owns your image? Would someone's digital self belong to them, or could others profit from it using it however they wish? Perhaps one of the most philosophical dilemmas that AI cloning brings is the potential devaluation of human life. If we can create exact replicas of ourselves, how would we start viewing death and identity? Would it lose its significance if we could simply replace ourselves with a digital or biological copy? The ability to clone oneself could challenge the value of life. After all, if you could live forever as a digital entity, would that fundamentally alter our understanding of the meaning of life, mortality, and the human experience? Would we begin to see ourselves as just machines, capable of being reproduced at will, instead of unique individuals with inherent value? Governments and companies are already debating the regulation of this emerging technology to prevent its misuse, but the question remains, can we truly place limits on something so revolutionary? How do we safeguard society from its darker uses while encouraging innovation? In the age of rapid technological advancement, it's increasingly difficult to anticipate all the potential negative consequences of cloning, and as AI continues to evolve, these risks may only increase. To effectively address these ethical concerns, we would need to carefully navigate the legal, societal, and moral frameworks that guide this technology. Could we create an ethical code of conduct for AI cloning, ensuring that it is used responsibly, or would it be too late once the technology becomes ubiquitous? The ability to clone humans through AI is undoubtedly a powerful tool, but how we handle it in the future will determine whether it enhances or undermines the very nature of human existence. The future of AI cloning. The big question is, are we heading toward a future where digital and biological cloning will become commonplace? The rapid advancements in AI and biotechnology suggest that this future might not be as far off as we think. Some scientists predict that within just a few decades, digital clones could be an everyday part of society. These clones could serve as hyper-realistic personal assistants, interact with us in real time, or even exist as versions of ourselves that live forever on the internet. Imagine interacting with a digital copy of yourself in the virtual world, or having a digital clone speak for you, perform tasks, and even engage with loved ones, all while remaining timeless in the online realm. In fact, some experts go even further, envisioning a future where it might be possible to transfer human consciousness into a new body, whether biological or digital. This concept, often referred to as mind uploading or digital immortality, raises the provocative idea that death might become optional. If we can successfully transfer our memories, thoughts, and consciousness into a digital entity, there would be no need for the biological body to die. We could live on forever, not just as digital avatars, but in a new form entirely, free from the physical limitations of the body. However, while these visions of the future are both exciting and daunting, we still face many questions and challenges before such a reality becomes possible. Regulation will be crucial in managing the use of AI cloning. As we move closer to making digital and biological cloning a reality, we must create laws and frameworks that regulate how this technology is used, ensuring that it doesn't fall into the wrong hands or is misused in harmful ways. This includes privacy concerns, as the line between a real human identity and a digital clone blurs. How do we ensure that individuals maintain control over their likeness and that their digital clone is not exploited? Additionally, ethical considerations will continue to play a central role. When does a clone stop being you? If consciousness can be transferred into a new body, would it truly be the same person, or would it be a mere replica with the same memories? Would the clone experience the same emotions, desires, and agency, or would it simply be an imitation? These are questions that must be answered before we can fully embrace the potential of AI cloning. The societal impacts of this technology also cannot be ignored. How would the widespread adoption of digital cloning affect our understanding of identity, legacy, and the human experience? Would the digital immortality of individuals lead to a society where only the rich and powerful could afford to preserve themselves indefinitely? Could this deepen social inequality and fragment the human experience? Would our relationships with family, friends, and society fundamentally change if we could interact with digital versions of those who have passed away? Ultimately, while the future of AI cloning offers exciting possibilities, it also requires careful consideration and open debate. The technology may soon be advanced enough to make cloning and mind uploading a reality, but before we move forward, we must address the ethical, legal, and societal implications of such profound innovations. By doing so now, we can work toward ensuring that AI cloning will be used for the greater good and not lead us down a path that diminishes the very essence of what it means to be human. What do you think about all of this? Is cloning through artificial intelligence an incredible opportunity or a risk for humanity? Will we ever be able to live forever through digital copies? Leave your opinion in the comments, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the upcoming content on the future of technology. See you in the next video.